Hello guys, welcome again. So let's talk about Bitcoin. So first of all, I want to show you something. In one day chart, I was looking for actually, let me show you first one day chart. We got here in one day sell signal here, area around 100. I was looking for 110, 109 around there, maximum 105. But as you can see here, Bitcoin is holding the 5 for MA100. On the chart, technically speaking, not yet in downtrend. Someone asked me, "Hey, Bitcoin is in downtrend?" No, not yet actually. I'm bullish actually. Formally speaking, we have here buy signal here. Yesterday fired around $109,000. So looking for a bounce, where the maximum target for this is around $118,000 in one day chart. Let me be very specific. I am bullish on. That's all. Um, and also this area is a resistance actually. Our Bitcoin must close above 118. If we see that, of course, we will continue. Now, there are some bullish signals here in one day chart and maybe two day chart, but well, let's see. As you can see here, Bitcoin is. I open in here a long position. I am in long position around 108, $300,000, $108,000 on here. This is my entry. I am in long position here, looking for actually a swing position in one day chart, where the first target around 114k is my first target and potentially 1. Now, just keep in mind here, Bitcoin is about to test the 55 here, and well, if you see Bitcoin testing the 55 in the following days, potentially today or tomorrow. Um, let's see what actually is going to be the reaction, because usually it's like this, right? A bounce here to keep falling, but in this case we have a buy signal here, so that's why let's see. I would like to see, because as you can see here, we have in BSA OBB, we have multiple divergences here in volume. So this is telling me in this all this correction was a 150k to 8 or 9,000. Bitcoin actually, well, we saw some accumulation period here. Now, some people told me like, hey, do we have actually a bullish divergence in B? I don't think so. We don't have it. We don't have it because this setup will be stronger if we have potentially a bullish divergence here point and this point, and but we don't have it. Actually, we don't have it. Why? Because actually, you here the low here, low OBB made a new low here, right? So a bullet. So this is just a typical bounce here, where the first target is 114k, and the next target is gonna be 118k. Now, what we can expect in higher time frame, because we have a monthly close. So let me show you here the monthly. The monthly here is very interesting here, because Bitcoin, as I said before, like we have various divergences here forming in 2024, and also Bitcoin is making new lows volume, as you can see here. And this line here is extremely important, right? It's extremely important because this line was actually the support for a long time in 2020, 2022, and well, kind of and right now in 2025 in April. So what we have to do, or what I don't want to see is breaking this actually. Zone here is the major support of Bitcoin. You see breaking this zone in monthly, we can start talking about maybe bear market, but not yet. So as you can see here, the ADX is positive. This actually is exception. Is the first time we have this kind of setup in historically. So that's why this is just exceptional, because usually if we check the past, every time when we have the ADX negative here, we have actually a potential the top of the bear market or the bull markets, right? So this one is just something new. Is we didn't have this kind of signals before, so that's why this leg up here, for me, is the last push of Bitcoin in the bull market. So now let me show you something. We still have the the buy signal here in the monthly, but if we go to the bi-monthly here, because in bi-monthly we are gonna have the new candle is gonna close in November. Actually, we got this candle here close. We have a better bi-monthly as well, and not just only that, we have 3 month chart here a better. So of course, this rally so far so good, right? Since 2022, since Bitcoin was in around 15K and to 125K. But honestly, I think this move is gonna be the last move. One more thing here is, let me show you here the monthly close of August. This, my friend, as you can see here, Bitcoin tested here the bottom of this, the previous monthly close in July, and is holding a support. So if you are bullish here, you don't want to see any weekly candle closing a weekly candle below $108,000, game over, and you will crash all the way down to 594K. So that's why it's very important for Bitcoin to hold $109,000 around this level if we want to keep the momentum right to the upside. There is a very high probability to see Bitcoin breaking down. Yes, actually yes, because in one day chart is the only time frame I am bullish. That means only this week. Yeah, after we see this bounce, remember we have a very very strong better variance here in not just on curve. We have here OBB making new lows. There is no volume supporting this. That means people or market makers, they are not interested. That's why only retail. Yeah. So that's why we have this signal here. Formally speaking, we Bitcoin fired this signal here like 2 weeks ago when Bitcoin was around 120K. And from there, as you can see here, is testing now support. But as long as we have this signal here, I am not bullish in the long term. I am looking for pullback, major pullback, where typically is around the ME55, where is actually $94.94. Yeah, an extension to, of course, 70 or 70. But right now, it's still bullish. Bitcoin is the trend is your friend until the end. We don't have actually a formal break of the ME55. Actually, this bounce you see right now, actually, this bounce is going to tell us actually if Bitcoin is in downtrend in one day chart. So if we see this bounce, of course, we will see maybe this week around 114K. Bitcoin gets rejected from there. Of course, we can start thinking to maybe 94, $5,000 potentially, yes. Now, let me show you something else about weekly chart. If we have here, you check, we have OBB is just falling down. There is no volume. Volume supporting price. I don't care what tubers, but the fact is actually we don't have volume here. We don't have volume here, and also we have multiple Bollinger variance here. And let me tell you something. My system, especially in weekly chart, when we have curve and also we have OBB showing the same Bollinger variance, until now, at least for Bitcoin, we don't have fake signals. So there is with a strong conviction, I can tell you, Bitcoin is getting ready for a major pullback. I am not calling the bear market yet, okay. I want to be careful with this because as long as the ADX is positive here in the monthly, I cannot tell you that. I need to see price action first. As I said before, $109,000, $108,000 must be like in weekly chart. You need to see Bitcoin closing below this yellow line. As long as Bitcoin is above there, we are bullish. The momentum is still to the upside. New concerns, of course, yes, definitely. Personally speaking, I'm in short position around 120. I'm swing short position, looking for. Well, I will close my position if I don't get stopped. I'm planning to close maybe half of my position around 94, 95, and potentially continuation all the way down to 80,000. Now, using just BSA indicator, as you can see here, this one and this one, we have something very interesting here. When you see the green dots here, that means we have a bolus in volume. So this crash here, for example, it was a buy opportunity according to BSA. And this one as well was a next buy opportunity. And as you can see here, after that, we saw a massive. Now, the first various variance using BSA was here in July last month, sorry, 2 months ago. And here it was the first warning. And after finally we have the second one. You can see here, similar at this one. So what we can expect, we have also sell signals here in weekly chart. We have various variance in OBP. There is a very high probability to see around 90K as first target. Now, of course, now we have 1 day is bouncing here. Yeah, I think it's gonna take time, maybe all this week, potentially next week. But I am in long position in 1 day chart. But to be honest, if I see this bounce here in the next sell signal, as long as Bitcoin is below this area, $118,000, this is the maximum area. I'm not looking for new age. And one more thing is because the volatility is extremely high here. So usually when the volatility is extremely high, any asset not going found the is the climax of the move. What I'm trying to say here is like if you're looking for something like this to the moon like this, there is no, at least today, because there is the volatility is super high right now. Like actually the momentum is actually very weak for bulls. So that's why in my case I am in long position here, looking for this area and potential extension. So what I'm going to do here is taking 50% of my profits here around the ME55 and protect my entry. If I see Bitcoin eventually, maybe next week, doing something like this, right? Something like this, I will be very happy to open more shorts looking for maybe 90. As you can see here, 94K is the area. And as I said before, 100 major support in higher time. Now, let me show you something else. In 6-month chart, as you can see here, Bitcoin since 2022, in this time frame, we don't have actually any correction. This is very concerning, right? Because you want to see correction. So this is very simple. Let's do this in 3-month chart. 3-month chart here, as you can see here, Bitcoin closed in April, and now is about to close in October. Any close below $105. I mean, only here this month, actually September, when you see the candle opening here below $105,000, yeah, that is actually the sign. Like potentially we could see maybe a pullback, a decent pullback, right? But for now, as I said before, the trend is your friend, and I am still in long position looking for this bounce. Now let's talk about the 4-hour chart. In 4-hour chart, the trend is your friend and it's still to the downside. As you can see, ME55 to be tested, is testing here and rejected. ME55 and ME55 here. Now, what I'm doing right now is I am playing this, the bounces here, because even in 4-hour chart, we are in downtrend here, it's just only. So that's why I was looking for longs, because I cannot open longs when we are very close to the ME55, ME100. So that's why here, I know technically speaking, I should close my position here. If I show you here 12-hour chart, let me show you something. We have a bullish divergence here with confirmation a couple days ago. This bullish divergence here around 108,800, around there. And as you can see here, there is some momentum. I am looking for this test around 113K. Let's around that price as well. So that's why I am waiting for this test. 114K around there. And let's see potential projection. I will start thinking to now. Let's see you here because show you here in 1 day chart. In 1 day chart, we have a better divergence, as you can see. That's why we have bounce, but don't get me wrong, volume, this thing is very, very bold. Volume is to the upside here. So that's why if you are thinking Bitcoin make a new all-time high, I don't think. Honestly, I think it is just a bounce after. And also one more thing here, I see with low volatility. Remember, low volatility, and this is good because low volatility, like, fortunately, we don't have bullets over here. So, but I'm looking for 5%. Any break above 5%, you can expect around 6 by here in chart, and here let me show you monthly. In the month, honestly, use the dominance, and we are gonna essentially 12 months a buy signal here. Um, Closing above 5.40%. I think we will see a major rally after we have this. And as you can see here, USD dominance is testing major support in monthly. So I am not calling for the bear market, but there is a strong evidence starting this move of Bitcoin is the last move, and after that we could see a major correction. I know many of you are still bullish. Yeah, that because in my case I am trading. I trade sometimes altcoins, but I am not very volatility high, and my stuff I am not feeling not comfortable. Longs for me it's kind of almost gambling, but it's a okay. Ethereum. Let's talk about Ethereum in the monthly. In the monthly, Ethereum actually got this buy signal here. Yeah, this buy signal here, very small buy signal here, where actually is testing here the distance here, and also officially we have a better appearance now for me in the month. Yeah. Of course, we need to see actually what is going on here in the monthly, but as you can see here in the monthly basis, this move here in the middle of August, we have official better appearance. This move was not invested here because potentially if weekly chart, let me see chart here, weekly chart, we will see potential sell signal very soon. Let me show you here. Volume is actually to be very healthy. Yeah, it's very healthy. Really healthy, yeah. If we see a pullback, potentially it's gonna be a buy opportunity. It's gonna take time as long as ADX is still positive. Even with the potential sell signal here in curve, because the volume is very healthy, I would be careful. I wouldn't suggest opening short. Like I think play safe. But of course, buying here Ethereum at 4,400, I don't know. Me, it's not very smart, right? I will just wait for maybe a pullback, this pullback to maybe 55 around $3,000. Yeah, but yeah, I many of you you are looking for 5,000, 6,000, 1,000. Is mhm. Now let's continue with the 1 day chart. 1 day chart actually is doing something. Actually, is very well, very well. 1 day chart, I like it. Definitely, definitely. We will see a buy signal very soon for Ethereum, and pay attention here. We have low volatility. If Ethereum, if we are gonna see if we could see a breakout, is gonna be now because we have the conditions in 1 chart. Volume is not the best, but well, about the zero line, like volatility is blue, is low, and also we could have a buy signal. So we have the conditions to see a potential breakout. Pay attention here because if we see this breakout, yeah, potentially Ethereum could hit around 5,000, 5,500, potentially, yeah. But instead, if you see just this buy signal here, right, it's gonna happen maybe this week. This buy signal here. this by signal. But Ethereum is just lazy, and it's not moving carefully because that is be the red flag. Like actually, this move, well, is not gonna be a fake out. So for now, it's looking actually looks like Ethereum is getting ready for a potential breakout, but we don't have the confirmation. If you're holding here Ethereum, I don't know your position, right? But for example, you are maybe 3,000, 1,700, whatever. Just protect for this the result here. Remember, you see the buy signal here, right? The buy signal here, but Ethereum is not moving; it's just in sideways here. Well, you know the rules, right? You see curve that's in the center line here, right? And the asset is not moving. It's time to take profits or cancel position. At least following my system. Okay, now let's continue with more. I'm gonna continue with Cardano. Cardano actually, as as you can see here, volatility contracted here, potential buy signal here. The conditions are there to see a move, another test to maybe $1 in one day chart, potentially. Yes. In weekly chart, I don't know, man. I don't like this price action. It's just in sideways. The monthly, I don't like this price action. Trying to follow volume. Okay, now let's continue. Solana, I know many people are so bullish, and let me tell you something. Because we're about to cross the center line here, but it's not. The last buy opportunity was around $100. That's my target. Target was 100. But Solana is actually testing up the previous high. It's doing well actually. It's holding the range. But in weekly chart, let me see. Volume is still about the center line. It's still about the MA55. Quite healthy actually. I don't like this kind of signal when we have fake signals here. But let me see. Let me see. OBB ADX is positive. So what I can tell you here is about Solana. Solana looks like it's about to test a potential breakout. High chance breakout. Maybe to let's talk because I know now people are calling again alt season, alt season, alt season. Got to the moon, right? Blah blah blah. I don't think so. I mean, okay, we saw a move, a kind of short-term alt season, because of course we were waiting for something like this, a pullback, right, to the mid five, and now here when Bitcoin dominance is testing five here, or maybe 100 here, you are looking. No. Wait for this because of course we have to see right sideways here, sideways and potential buy signal here. Of course we can take some buying some maybe one gonna take time, but no more than that. I mean, holding 1 year, 2 year altcoin, right? I'm hold altcoins when the market crash or at least 7, and the altcoin I buy is already crashed, maybe from the previous high. But well, as you can see here, is holding the MA100. Volume is still healthy. Let me see the in the monthly. In the monthly is very interesting because yeah, you will see that we will see the here around 56% potentially, and we have a better average. Technically speaking, yeah, right now in, but actually more realistic for me is gonna be we will see when dominance using sideways with 56% and 51% like this. I am still looking for actually a area around 70% in the future, right? In the future. The biggest reason is because Bitcoin dominance in the past got rejected by the ME55 here, ME55, right? But now ME55 is support. So this is telling me This pullback, well, this pullback. Now, you really want a big alt season, you wanna see like the Bitcoin dominance breaking the MA55 here, with a big red candle, something like that. Yeah, that is gonna be your alt season. Very strong alt season, at least 1 year alt season. But we are not there. We have a strong evidence, yes, to say yes, actually, yeah. But the problem with volume is about the zero line, is to the upside. That's why, yeah, if you are making money without congratulations, please don't be too greedy. Profits when actually hurt, when you see else, enjoy your profits, right? And don't be too greedy or unrealistic. That's the thing. Now let's continue with more. I'm gonna continue with I got some requests for altcoins, BNB. Long time I don't see BNB. Let me see here. We have ADX positive here. Weekly chart, very very good. I really like it here. This thing is on the chart and one by opportunity here. So let me see upside here. We will see a new not a leg up here. Hype for hype. Let me see here. I don't know. I don't like this here. Well, this chart is pretty young. It's only a few months. But ADX negative here. ADX negative with sell signal sideways here, but it's doing well. Use for example, a curve crossing center line here, and this thing I was around 40, 40, 45. Yeah, we got leg up, very huge up, maybe I don't know, 100, 100%. But yeah, let's continue with link. Link, this in the previous high here. This in the previous high here, so that's why I don't know. For me, this is the area to start taking profits. But in 1 day chart, it looks like altcoins are getting, and this following Bitcoin. As for it's very bullish volatility. I love volatility. Happen, and this, at least, no financial advisor, but paid for a little higher opportunity. That one. In 1 day chart, I am altcoins a breakout. Now let's talk about investing. 1 day chart is looking nice. Like it. Let's see we chart favorite, well, at least for 1 week. Yeah, essentially. Extra people and not up here. City. Potential. I am 5 here. Will be as a right. I am very bounce here. The only thing Yes. Buy signal. Buy. I didn't buy this thing. I didn't buy big. I'm hoping for a pullback. Always chilling Bitcoin. Buy signal here, yeah, 90 target I'm for, and we, yeah, bullish here, bullish here. It's right here. Nike bounce from high. Let's see. One sells it back after that. The stock market like a short? No, no, no. I don't think. Um, One moment. Okay, I see now. Well, short sideways. Okay, EMD. Yeah, let's talk about EMD. EMD was one calls months ago. As you can see here, beautiful call. Around 85, I called this AMD, and after that, 180. Beautiful. In my case, I closed my position 40. I'm okay with that. But you are holder, yeah, you have a very strong reasons why. Because we the monthly is a we fire AMD fire signal monthly around 100, around 100, no 100, 115, and yep, from there still to the upside, looking for actually in the long term. Okay, guys, so I think that I am bull one day looking for first target is 100, second target is around 100. As long as 100, I think I am not bull. Oh, yeah, Unity. Let me see Unity. Um, I was bullish in Unity long time ago. I said that, but I couldn't buy this. Was not available, but it was. Yep, yep. Looking for 40. 40 was my target. I'm very happy about this. Could make money with calculations because the entry was around $20, $20, and from of course profit. Awesome, bro. So monthly here, this is looking so good. I love it. Bullets are very strong setup here. looking for actually 50, 60% It's looking like accumulation period is over. This thing, yeah, definitely. With BSC, BSA, OBB, I can say that kind of moves. Accumulation period, all of this accumulation period now is volume is exploding at upside. So there is a very high chance. Okay, that's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and see you tomorrow. I will do my best to be online at least 30 minutes every day. Only 30 minutes because I don't want to repeat, because technical analysis is like that, right? You repeat a lot, all the time. Make this live stream, the format is gonna be very, very short. Only 30 minutes. Take Bitcoin, altcoin, and maybe stock market something, and that's all. Same time tomorrow. See you. Have a good